So this is going to be an instructional slash overview video of the Rapido C56. This is a 2021 plate. This video is to highlight where all the main components are in the vehicle, i.e. your drain valves. Just so you know, this vehicle is in the middle of PDI, so has yet not been valeted. As you can see, this vehicle does come with an external awning. I'll send a separate link how to set up and use an awning on the email. And then this vehicle does come with a Truma blown air system, so I will send a separate link on the Truma control panel too. So first things first, I'm going to show you how to open the bonnet. This is just in case you need to jump start the vehicle or get access to the bonnet area. So if you come round to the passenger door, if you open the passenger door, you will see here is going to be your bonnet release catch. All you need to do is pull that down once and that will then release. So as you can see, I have now got access to the bonnet area, and the main reason for this really is to show you where the points are if you need to jump start the vehicle. So down here under this black cap here, this is going to be your positive terminal point, and then your negative point is just going to be this nipple here. Obviously under here you have got obviously your oil fill, your screen wash in front of the driver and other things. So now we are going to carry on around the external of the vehicle on the passenger side. So near the passenger door here we have your diesel fill and AdBlue. On your diesel you will use your main vehicle blade, and then we've got a few compartments here. This one here is to fill up your freshwater tank. To fill up your freshwater tank you just need to put the key inside, take the cap off, and then when you put your hose pipe in and the water starts to come out of this hole, that means your freshwater tank is completely full. Here we've got your mains hookup, so this is where you are connected at campsite. Here we've got ventilation for your Truma boiler, and then at the back here we have got access to obviously your garage slash storage space. So this is under the bed. As you can see, we've got your gas locker here, so you can fit easily a 6 kilogram tank in there. I'm not sure if you will squeeze an 11. You may squeeze an 11 kilogram tank in there as well. And obviously you've got your gas regulator just at the top, which you need to connect onto with the orange gas pigtail. As you can see, we've got a shower point here as well, so that's handy to obviously wash your boots or the pets after a walk. As you can see, this vehicle does come with a bike rack, and then now currently on the driver's side, so down below the rear axle here is going to be your grey waste release. To release your grey waste, all you need to do is twist this valve, and that will then be shut there to drain it. Put it down and that will drain out. It will come straight out of this pipe here. And then above here we have got your toilet cassette. To release your toilet cassette, if you need to empty it or clean it, you need to lift this green tab up here. If you lift this up, pull the cassette towards you, that will then let you release. So if you need to empty or clean your cassette, if you twist this nozzle out, you twist this out, take this white cap off on this one, and then you'll lift up your cassette, put your thumb on this button here, and if you put your if you push the button in, that will let air into the top of the cassette so the fluids flow out evenly. And obviously also you can open this blade here to clean internally too, when cleaning. So now that you have emptied and cleaned your toilet cassette, you need to put the cassette back into place. And all you need to do is align it, push it in, and just make sure that this green tab here is securely down, and then your cassette is not going to move out when in motion. As you can see, this vehicle does come with an electric step as well. So now we'll go into the habitation area. So outside of the habitation door, at the top we've got your Truma control panel. Like I said, I'll send a separate link on your Truma control panel. And then this black panel here is going to be your habitation control panel. So basically this controls, gives you indications of what is happening in your habitation area. So to turn the master power on and off is this one here, this green top left one. And then to turn your 12-volt system on, you need to turn these ones on, the 12-volt. And what this is going to do is turn on your lights. Obviously, if you've got the light switched off at the master switch, the lights won't come on. But then obviously on the 12-volt side, it uses USBs, etc. Next one, we've got your water pump. So on your water pump, you want to make sure you have got water in your fresh water tank. The reason for this, you don't want to turn your pump on and burn the motor, because you could potentially obviously burn the motor out, and then obviously you'll have to replace the motor. So if you make sure you've got fresh water in the tank, that will make sure that it's obviously lubricated and not going to burn out. Here we've got your external awning / porch light, and then down here we've got some levels for your gauges. So the bottom left, if you press it once, that will give you your habitation battery level. And the next one will give you your cab battery level, so that's the vehicle battery level. Next one will give you your fresh water level. And then on your grey waste is down here. This will actually flash when the grey waste is full. This one on the far right, what looks like a plug. If I plug into mains hookup at campsite, there'll be a green light here. And what that is indicating is that I am connected to obviously the campsite, to shore, and I am a mains hookup. If this light doesn't come on, there is a fault somewhere. Most of the time it is the campsite that has tripped because they reduce the power they give you. So that is your control panel for the habitation. It is quite straightforward. Next we'll go over the kitchen area. So as you can see, we've got a 2-ring gas burner. One safety thing we do highlight is just once you have finished with the stove, is this glass cover. Just keep this glass cover up, let the stove cool down for around 15 to 20 minutes. The reason for this is because of the temperature difference. It could potentially shatter the glass. And then on this vehicle, it does have a compressor fridge. And then to turn on this fridge, there is a dial just down there. It's got practically 2 settings, on or off. So you turn it on and then you can twist the knob to your desired temperature. And then to turn it off, it's just right in the middle. There is a sticker on there. But this is running off your leisure battery when it is on. Here we've got your kitchen sink. And then obviously we've got your tap. So when you get to campsite, you want to prime your system. So you want to prime your freshwater tank, your boiler, ready to use when you need. So your first thing you're going to do is fill up your freshwater tank. Obviously before that, you do need to make sure all the valves are shut, and I'll show you where these valves are in a minute. If these valves are open, obviously the water will just drain straight out of the vehicle. So shut all your valves, then fill up the freshwater tank completely full. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my control panel, turn on the 12-volt system, and then turn on the pump. When I turn on the pump will start to prime the water through the system, and I need to open the tap on the cold side. And what that will do is then bleed the water, vent the water through the tap, and when you get a steady flow, your fresh water is primed on your cold side. And then if I want to use hot water, I need to fill up my boiler. Your boiler holds around 10 litres of your fresh water. So what you need to do is, while the pump's still on, twist the tap to the hot side, and what that will do is fill up your boiler, and then your boiler will then pump the water to your tap. Once you get a steady flow on the hot side, that is your full water system primed, ready to use when you need. The only thing you will need to do is obviously turn on your hot water on the Truma control panel for when you obviously need it or want it. Down here we have got your grill. So obviously this is gas igniter here. So you push this knob in and twist and hold the knob in while you use the igniter, and then this has got an internal lock here, so you can lock the habitation door and the cab doors with this button as well. This vehicle does have a TV in it, so to release the TV bracket you just need to pull this piece of metal here out, and that will slide all the way out. And then this pin here, you can pull this down and swivel the TV to obviously the dinette side, or if you want to watch it while you are in bed, you can keep it as it is. In this cupboard up here we have got a TV aerial, so all you need to do is undo this nut at the top there, slide this pole up, and then on this control panel you will get a light indication in the middle. Obviously green is strong, good signal, and then obviously orange, and then it goes to red. When it's on red you will struggle to get signal. As you can see, I've got the bed folded up at the minute, so that is where the storage area is, which you could see from the LPG side. And then down under the bed you have got obviously your main breaker. This one here is your main breaker, so that is if something trips on the 240 volt side. And then obviously we've got your habitation fuses all there. Under the bed here we have your Truma boiler, and then obviously we've got 2 leisure batteries there. And then down here we have got your valves. So the black valve here, that is called a frost protect valve. That will trigger at 3 degrees or less. Basically what that valve is doing is protecting your boiler in case you get a cold spell, and then obviously you're not around, the boiler will trigger this valve if it detects 3 degrees or less. This is where you will drain down the boiler as well from this black valve. So currently this is in the open position, so if you can see this diamond valve on top, that is open, and then there is a blue button just down at the bottom which is sticking out. That means that valve is open. To shut this valve you need to twist this knob on top, and then it will let me push this button in. So as you can see, the button is now in, so that is now closed. So you need to close that if you are priming your boiler with water, otherwise it will just pour straight out of the vehicle. And then when I am ready to drain the boiler, twist the knob on top, the button will ping out, and that will empty the water out of the boiler. As you can see at the back there, we have got 2 more valves. They are practically draining all the water out of the vehicle, so pipe work and your fresh water tank. So if you want to drain your fresh water tank, all you need to do is knock these valves up as they are. As you can see, these are in the open position, so all the water in the pipework and fresh water tank will drain completely out under the vehicle. You need to close this if you are filling up your water. All you need to do is knock them down, and that will then let you fill up your fresh water tank without emptying, and then your system is ready to use with all the valves shut. So the last thing I'm going to show you is in the shower room. Obviously we've got your basin here. At the same time, when you are priming your kitchen tap, You don't need to do this in your washroom. The reason for that, your system will be primed. When you open the tap, you might hear a little bit of air, but once the system is already pressurized, it will just come straight through. Here we have got your toilet flush. So the handle is your flush. Your handle is your toilet blade. So this opens your toilet blade. This blue button is your toilet flush. Your flush is going to use your fresh water from the fresh water tank. So obviously the pump needs to be turned on for this. And then here you do have a gauge, these 3 dots, and then the toilet cassette symbol. All that will light up when the toilet cassette is full. So just keep an eye on that. So that is the instructional / overview video complete of the Rapido C56. If you have any more questions, leave a comment below, or you can always drop us an email.